Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, the RF Field Tech. My name is Don, amateur call sign KE5ADX, and today I'm going to talk to you about a program near and dear to my heart, and that is the Missing in America project. I'm going to go ahead and transition over to that while I talk. So what this is this is a program that goes into all of our funeral homes, and tries to find our veterans that have been in these places, and the longest I'd ever heard of was 90 years a veteran had been in here. There is a Smile Amazon, so every time you buy something, it gets them a little bit of donation for them. You can go in and donate financially. You can go in here and volunteer and become a volunteer. As you can see here, so far to date, this year to date, they've visited over 2,574 funeral homes. They've found over 28,559 cremated remains. Of those remains, they've identified 6,117 being veterans, and they've actually interred 5,685 of those 6,000. So this is a program that's really near and dear to my heart. It's something that I've been getting involved in since July, and I've actually found one of these veterans in my local area, and it's a great program. I suggest that you either donate financially or go in and donate your time. They will do training. It is remote. It's about an hour over the phone. They tell you what you need to do, and then there are coordinators for each state and each region that will also assist if you need. So I find this to be a great program. So please go in and assist however you can. Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, the RF Field Tech. My name is Don, amateur call sign KE5ADX, and usually I take my 30 years experience in the RF industry and bring it to you and describe some things that I've done in the past, or how what I've done impacts amateur radio. But today I'm going to do a little bit of a throwback, and I'm going to be talking about how I got involved in amateur radio, and it's because of one of my coworkers, David White, W5DCW, and he was my Elmer for a while, and he convinced me that since I go into areas during disaster recovery where there may not be cell phone coverage, and that's what I'm out there to work on to fix, that I might need a way to communicate. So he gave me two of my first radios after I got my technician license in 2004. I'm not going to do the mobile radio, I'm going to do the handheld today, and the handheld today is this cute little bugger, the ICOM ICQ7A. This thing, the antenna dry rotted, which is why I made my one video, because I had it sitting out in the garage forever and it dry rotted, so I need to get a new antenna. Christmas is coming, and I did put that in for a Christmas gift. It does have a mic speaker with a 3.5 millimeter jack. There is no way to charge this radio and no way to hook it up to external power. It runs on 2 AA batteries. And the nice thing about this thing, or the silly thing, or whatever you want to call it, this thing has a whopping 350 milliamps, that's right, milliamps of output power. I showed this to K8MRD, and he hooked one of his antennas on, and he communicated just from one radio to this one, even on his base station, and he was able to key it up. He was able to hear from it, and it's got a nice loudspeaker. I know I don't have a antenna on it, but let's see. I'm going to power this bad boy on, and then I'm going to turn my volume up on this. So that's max power. I don't know if you heard that. Let me. And this thing is nice because it receives a lot of bands. It does 6 meter 118, which is your air. Now it only receives on those. It receives 118. It transmits and receives obviously 2 meter 440. It receives 220 only. It receives 1200 only. It receives 800 only. So this thing is quite a lot of. It'll receive a lot of stuff. And let me see. I can't key up on that one. So let me do. Go back here. I'm gonna go to a frequency. Let me see what I got here that I can try keying up. I just chunked the local repeater, but with no antenna it probably didn't go anywhere because it's so little. But I have had this in my company truck once upon a time, and I had a mag mount hooked up to it, and I was on a 2 meter repeater down in Houston, and and that was linked over to a 10-meter radio. And I was able to talk to South Africa and Wales and even Scotland on this little thing, 350 milliwatts to a repeater linked over to 10 meter, and I made those long distance contacts, and that was a long time ago. That was probably 2005, 2006, so it's been a while since I've done that. I was going to do this as a Throwback Thursday, but when I put it up online on Thursday, there was no volume. I don't know what happened. It was working when I made it. I listened to it, and then I put it up, and it sounded fine there, but when it got online, it just, there was no volume to it. So I'm redoing this one. I'm going to put it up. I'm not going to make it a premiere. I'm just going to post it as a Throwback Thursday. I will have some links in the description about this radio, and please, from my preview, please get involved with the Missing America Project. It's a great thing. Get involved if you're a bike rider, motorcycle rider. Get involved with the Patriot Guard riders. Just anything we can do to help our veterans out there, and that's just what I'm going to say, because I was in the military for 9 years, so my focus is on veterans. So hey, stay above the noise. 73. We'll catch you next time.